Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are we?
Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Another day in the office.
Another day in the office.
Lovely.
Let's start with what I saw on the weekend.
Yep.
And I put it on Instagram.
Yep.
Strawberries, $9.20 for a pound. I don't know if you saw it, and I was like, who the fuck?
You sent me the photo.
Who the fuck? Yeah, actually I did.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to be paying $9.20 for a pint of
Was that at Coles?
That was at Coles, yeah.
Yeah, Audi, man. I went to Audi and I got blackberries for like $4.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But yeah, $9 is it's not a surprise though, is it?
It's not a surprise. It's been in the woodwork. We've been saying it for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I think now, especially in the economy, the Australian economy, I think it's coming to fruition.
Yeah. Well, remember we spoke about, I think maybe 2 podcasts ago, we were actually talking about the truckies contracts. Mm-hmm. So a lot of those truckies contracts ended late May. So a lot of those new contracts have been renegotiated on the price increases of oil and how much people or truckies have been paying extra, which is about $1,800 per tank.
Yeah.
So they've got to factor those into the new contracts.
So that's going to flow through. Even though the price of petrol has dropped, I think those contracts are for a couple of months, right?
Well, the price has only really dropped the last couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks. But remember when the Iran war first started back in March or Feb. Prices of oil went up for a while. Yeah. So you got to factor in all those weeks where they were actually quite high, especially diesel.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like there's much more oil coming through the strait.
No.
But prices are dropping. So this is where the market is getting a bit distorted with what's going on. And always when it comes to the market price versus what actually people pay, a lot of it is driven on sentiment.
Yeah.
In the beginning, everyone thought the world is coming to an end. Shit's going to be blocked up for a long time, and that's why the prices sort of skyrocketed.
Yep.
And now they're easing off.
Yeah, and it's just too uncertain as well, isn't it? Like, things could change today, tomorrow, the next day. They are changing right now as we speak.
Well, the US just attacked again Iran, even though there's a peace deal, apparently, coming for the 40th time or 45th time. Trump saying, look, a deal is imminent. I love it. A deal is imminent, but it's not happening.
He's persuasive. You got to give him that. Like he's consistent in his messaging. That's true. I don't know if he's persuasive, but he's definitely consistent, and that consistency has enabled the markets to stay really strong through a really uncertain time.
Well, this is where you and I disagree. You think we're coming to a top of the market. I still think we've got a hell of a lot to go in terms of up. I think the AI boom is not over yet. I think at the moment the S&P is about 7,500. Yeah. I think it's going to be
7,300
or 7,300. Yeah. Because last night sort of dropped a bit. Yeah. But I think it's going to get to a ridiculous level. Yeah. Probably, I reckon, closer to 10,000.
You reckon?
I reckon
10,000.
I reckon 10,000. Wow. I think it's going to be like a monumental number. One of those numbers where you go, of course it's going to hit that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I think you're either right
or wrong.
I think you're right in the sense of like it's an astronomical number, or I'm right and it just goes completely south from now. I don't think there's any in between. Hey,
I think we're at that point, and this is where you can see all the big IPOs are coming through. Yeah, I think SpaceX comes out tonight or tomorrow or this week. Yeah, and they think it's going to be $1.75 trillion valuation. Yeah, and that's SpaceX. Then you've got Anthropic, which is the AI, which also is going to go out, OpenAI. So you've got a flood of money coming to the market when the markets are peaking, because that's the best time to raise.
Could that be a bit of a trap though?
It could be.
Yeah. Could that be a bit of a trap where it gets everyone in and then straight away, boom, down we go?
So I think this is where a lot of retail money will come in. And I was actually surprised, even as a retail investor, mum and dad, you and me type of investor, you can actually buy SpaceX. And I was
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah. And I was having...
For a company that's valued that highly.
Yeah, straight off the bat. And then I was like, if you go into CBA, you can buy shares from like $500, I think it was, to 100 million. Yeah. And I was like, what?
So this is the theory of like, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like this is where I stand. In everything seems too easy to make money. Yeah. Right? So this is where you have to be really careful. Like you could win. You could make some massive gains, but I would stay well away from it.
It's scary. It's definitely scary, and I think
there's too much going on outside of share stocks for it to go right. I think.
Well, I think what's going to happen is they're going to raise, these few big companies are going to happen. I think this is all sort of timed as well, because it's the best time to raise cash. And once those companies go public, I think there will be like a run up, because everybody...
A bit of a vacuum.
Yeah, because it's going to be like, well, you know, I doubled my money in the space of a couple of weeks. Let me put more money in.
Yeah.
And like everyone will just keep going.
Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. You could be right. Yeah.
And then it could be a big...
Sucks them in, and then everyone jumps on the FOMO bandwagon, and then we just see, and then straight back down.
Then, you know, as the retail guys come in, all the heavies start shorting the market, especially those stocks, and they'll just basically come in and they'll swipe all that cash that all the retail guys have, and they'll just take it. It's the game.
It's a fascinating time, isn't it? It really is.
Well, in talking about money, I just saw yesterday they released the valuation of Aussie real estate hit $12.8 trillion.
Wow.
Nationally.
Wow.
Up 2.5% for the last quarter. So, you know,
everything's topping.
Are people feeling richer, or is the currency debasing? You know, I think that's what's...
I think it's the latter.
I think it's the latter as well, because things are going up really fast in terms of the cost, but you're not getting as much of those things for the same amount of money, you know?
And we see this in every peak, in every reset, in every sort of recession, where we just see these all-time highs with everything. People fall for the same trick. It's sucked in.
Human psychology.
Yeah, it is. Patterns. So yeah, it's something to watch very, very closely. But on the other side of the world, we're seeing some really devastating news with like people getting stabbed, killed. Like Belfast at the moment is a hot topic, unfortunately.
Trending all over the place.
Yeah, like as soon as I woke up this morning and jumped on the news, that was the first thing that popped up. And it was literally like every single scroll past that was the same thing. And then just the capitulation going on with the locals and the immigrants.
So for those that haven't seen it, it's a migrant who's beheading.
Somalian or Sudanese or something like that?
I think it was Sudanese, and he is beheading or attempting to behead a North Irishman.
It's horrible footage. It makes you sick.
It's brutal. Like if you're going to watch it, it's brutal. And I think I saw on the mainstream networks they were like pixeling the faces because it was a bit too graphic.
It was way too graphic.
But this is a tipping point. I think it also happened in the UK last week, where
the 18-year-old,
the 18-year-old who got stabbed and got killed. And it's like these are the things that sort of causes people to become unstable, to become emotional. And look, these are bad things that are happening. And people are getting the shits.
I think that people are already at tipping point financially, and the whole immigration thing, you know, whether it's done on purpose or not, these crimes, these horrendous crimes that are happening are just the catalyst to get the reaction, aren't they? You know, and like I've kind of played or toyed with the idea of like World War III isn't necessarily going to be like country versus country. I think it's more so, whether you like it or not, people within the country.
Internal.
Yeah, because like we've seen for quite some time that division between the left and right has just exacerbated over the years, especially since COVID. And like when you look at like, you know, what's happening between countries where the US is invading Iran and Russia is invading Ukraine and China and Taiwan are kind of kicking off, it really is a great excuse to, I guess, enhance security and military spending and all these things. But then at the same time, you've got people within countries that are absolutely hating each other.
Yep.
So like, you kind of ask yourself the question of like, was this planned?
Well, it's coming across the whole world.
And that's the weird thing.
You know, it's like, and that's where I find it, you know, very coincidental. Of course, in the US, you've got the Democrats, the Republicans at each other's throats. You've got the same thing here now with the Libs, Labour.
One Nation.
You've got One Nation now pushing, you've got the Greens pushing as well. So it's like, and even in the UK, it's the same thing. So you've got this big
separation
between left and right, people are very hardcore on one side versus the other side.
Yeah.
And it's making things to become unstable.
And for a long time, like, there's always been a bit of division. Like, don't get me wrong. There's always been, people with hard left, ideas and then hard right. But I think those ideas have always been communicated and spoken about, and there's been democracy across both. But now we're just seeing, like, absolute hatred.
Yeah.
And to a point where there's, unfortunately, things happening on the street, like in Belfast, that are just going to continue to spread that hate.
And it's not only internationally, like also in Melbourne. You saw, you were seeing the news, the machete attacks. You've got people that, like, I think it's got the highest carjackings. There's more carjackings in Victoria than there is in the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Machete attacks, people getting bashed. Like, it's all...
Home invasions.
Home invasion is a big one in Victoria.
Yeah.
And this is also causing the Victorian market, as in the property market, as well as the business market as well. It's becoming less attractive for capital. And you can see capital, especially the property market, leaving the state.
Yeah, yeah. And, like, you're seeing big numbers on immigration just carry on. Like, I saw a stat today that the Albanese government are now letting in 1,100
people a day.
Migrants a day across the country. Now, that's enough to fill a suburb in 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Which is nuts.
It's nuts.
It's nuts.
Like, if there was a comparison between the Bob Hawke day and the Albanese government day, and I think Hawke was letting in like 230 as opposed to 1,100.
Which is like 6 times.
And I know the population has grown and all that sort of stuff, but those numbers are just way too different.
Well, there's not enough houses or infrastructure to put all these people.
That's right.
Plain and simple. I saw the housing fund, the $10 billion housing fund.
Yeah.
That got started, I think, mid-2024.
Yeah.
And to now, so it's 18 months it's been running. They were supposed to build 40,000 houses with $10 billion. They're up to house number 1,400 in that time frame. So it's like, and it just blows my mind. You're bringing in all these extra people to put them where? Like where they're going to stay, where they're going to live.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of these people are coming from countries where it's a third world. And so their way of living is completely different to ours. And I'm not saying that, like, these people don't deserve a better future. I think they do. But it's the way that it's being handled.
Yep.
Right? Like, to your point, like, when you don't have enough homes, enough jobs, or enough money in the economy for these people to come in and have a brighter future without destroying the culture of a nation, it's just too fucking coincidental.
Yeah. It's too perfect.
It's too perfect. And ultimately, it leads to just civil outrage.
Well, it's chaos. And this is why you can see One Nation is...
pumping.
She's pumping. Like, if they held an election today...
She'd win. Yeah, she'd win.
PM.
Yeah, she'd win.
And it's like, what's causing this massive swing the other way?
Yeah.
It's all of these issues.
And it leads to the point that I made last time we spoke, is that, like, both wings of the same bird, they kind of just play into each other's roles. It's like Albanese's done his time, he's made his mark, and now he's leaving the next in charge, because everything that he's doing psychologically is pushing us to one nation. Liberals being destroyed. There's even the news of one of the Libs, I think it was the Premier of New South Wales, something about bribing. Donations.
I saw him yesterday.
It came out yesterday.
Yeah.
So the continuation of the news of how poor the Liberal Party is just pumping. Then you've got the Labor government being hated through their policies and whatnot. And then you've got One Nation saying all the right things. And again, this is what Albanese did when the Libs were in charge. Right? It's the same fucking rinse and repeat pattern.
It is.
Now, if you don't see it, fucking wake up.
Yeah.
And understand that you're being manipulated to think that a certain party is going to make the country better.
Well, Angus is not doing much. He's not even...
Who's Angus?
I know, like, no one knows him.
He's been on TV twice.
I know. So I don't know if it's just done on purpose.
Of course it is.
Just done on purpose because it's too far away, the election.
And here's the thing, like, people think in the reverse. They think One Nation's being spoken about because everyone's voting for One Nation. No. One Nation is being shown and spoken about so that we vote for One Nation.
Yeah, well, he's not doing much, and I think his policies, he should be smashing it. The capital gains tax, negative gearing changes, it's impacting more people than anyone can comprehend.
Yeah.
You can already see the housing market basically coming to a standstill in Sydney and in Melbourne already, Victoria.
Yeah.
You can see the other states where it's pumping, slowing down really, really fast.
Yeah.
I have a lot of agents that are friends that call me and talk to me all the time, and they're like, it's taking longer to sell something. It's getting harder to get financing. It's taking longer to actually make money.
Yeah.
Right? And it's been really good for the last few years in terms of making money. But now, I think, these policies are going to really impact not the people that have money. They're going to be fine. The people that have 10 properties are sorted. It's the people that want to buy their first property or their first investment property.
Or start a business.
Yeah. They're the ones that are going to get smashed.
Yeah, look, I'll say it, I'm leaving the country. Like you and I have spoken about it for a while, and something that I've been thinking about for a long time because, in terms of values, I don't see myself matching living in Sydney anymore. I think it's just too much tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
And no one's happy for one another. Like, honestly, the amount of conversations that I have with people about business and investing and all those things, people actually aren't happy for other people anymore. I reckon you're probably one of the only people I speak to because I genuinely know that you're yeah man, awesome, good stuff. Whereas most people are just they look at you like you're a fuckwit.
Yeah, it's like a competition.
Yeah, it's like a competition. And I don't know, I just feel the vibe has really changed in Sydney a lot. And now with all the budget coming in, I can't see how building wealth in Sydney and in Australia is feasible. I just don't.
They're making it as difficult as hell.
Yeah.
And I see the campaigns on LinkedIn. The capital gains tax issue doesn't impact the property only.
Yeah.
It impacts the business owners.
Yeah.
Because when they sell, they have to pay more tax.
That's right.
So a lot of money that comes across from overseas for investment, for an R&D, all that is drying up.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, why would I invest here?
Exactly.
I can go invest in the US or in another country and get a bigger return.
Absolutely.
More potential, actually be accepted by the government, not getting taxed to the fucking shit out.
And the really cool thing about those places where you can do that is that similar people move there with similar mindsets. And so, one of the best things that I've learned is you are the 5 most people you hang out with, right? And so if you surround yourself with people with like-minded mindsets and goals and all that sort of stuff, well, then it just amplifies your success. And if you're around people that just fucking don't want to see you do well, is that really the place you want to be?
I agree.
So, and the other thing as well that we haven't really spoken about is the increase in wages. So the government's just announced that the wage needs to go up 4.5%. 4.75%.
Yep. I saw this because on the weekend we had a long weekend here.
Yeah.
In most of the country we did as well.
Yeah.
And they're saying on Sunday, which was a public holiday, a dishwasher was being paid $76 an hour. Just to be in a cafe serving people in the kitchen, $76 an hour, which is nuts.
Yeah.
If you're that business owner, why would you even open?
And see, I agree that people need to be paid more money.
100%.
But when you are fucking the business owners at the same time and increasing the wages, how does that help?
No, it actually makes it more difficult.
Exactly.
Because if you were a business owner that was running a cafe on the weekend and you have 5 or 6 staff, it probably makes no sense for you to even open.
Nope.
And those people are most likely casuals or part-timers.
Yep.
You take away hours from them.
Exactly.
And that's
so less money in the pocket.
Less money in the pocket.
You put less people in the business because you can't afford them, because you get taxed more. The economy is getting more expensive. And I've seen the frustration. I've been in business for a long time, and don't get me wrong, be optimistic, but you got to be realistic as well. And I've seen so many people jump online that have businesses, small businesses, and for the first time gotten on a camera and been like, has anyone feeling the same way? And I'm seeing it more and more and more. And this is going to continue. This is just the beginning. Wait till these budget laws actually kick in.
Yeah. Well, hasn't even started yet.
Hasn't started yet.
Yep.
It's already hard.
Well, this is where, I think at the moment, inflation went down last quarter. but that's because it's artificially depressed from the temporary
fuel
excise.
tax. Fuel tax.
That's on hold at the moment until June. But that's going to. Then there's no way they're going to extend that, especially with where the price of petrol is at the moment.
No.
Most likely, 1st of July will kick back in.
Yeah.
Inflation will kick back up. So, and I see your point. Like a lot of people out there are struggling already.
Yeah.
And then to put that burden onto business owners, it makes it even harder for them to turn a profit. And again, you're driving investment and capital
out of the country. The other thing that really angered me that we spoke about before we turned the camera on was the new laws coming out about KYCing cold storage wallets and exchanges for cryptocurrency holders. And as you know, big investor in the crypto space. And what this does essentially is it takes away your privacy for cold storage. So for those of you who don't know, you can buy your cryptocurrency on exchanges, and then the problem with leaving it on an exchange is that you're leaving your assets in the hands of a company, and that company can go under. Like the FTX, I think they went down one day and people lost all their cryptocurrency that were left on the exchanges. So the best thing you can do in the crypto space is always put your cryptocurrency into a cold storage wallet.
Onto which is like your own USB.
Yeah, like a USB, and you need a 24-word seed phrase and all that sort of stuff. So essentially the cryptocurrency you have is in your control completely, and if anything happens in the exchange space,
doesn't matter.
Nothing happens to you. And so now the Australian government are basically saying, if you do have cold storage and you have exchange and you buy cryptocurrency and you want to send it to your cold wallet, you have to identify that ledger with the banks, with the exchanges. So all your details are now in a public, well, not public, but a private space.
Which sort of defeats the purpose
defeats the purpose.
Privacy of cryptos.
Exactly. And we saw what happened in France, I believe, where this was implemented, and immediately those details got hacked and people's cryptocurrency went missing.
Well, this KYC stuff starts on the 1st of July.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And it impacts everybody. So it impacts tax agents, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, everybody. There's massive compliance that's going to come onto all of these businesses. And basically, I understand why they're doing it, because they're trying to catch fraud, money laundering. That's what they say.
Of course.
But to me, I think it also puts an unnecessary burden on the small businesses to do all of this, because as if the government can't already see that.
Imagine being born into a world where you have no privacy.
We're getting there. Well, they're getting rid of cash as well. So once they get rid of cash, it's completely gone.
Yep. And if anyone who's been watching us for maybe recently and hasn't seen our first episodes, I speak a lot about the amount of surveillance that is being put on us right now in the financial system, with the plan of central bank digital currencies and universal basic income and AI taking your jobs is definitely coming to fruition.
Well, it's coming. Like, AI is definitely coming. I still speak to people and they're not on the bandwagon yet. I can't believe it. Like, people are still putting their head in the sand thinking this is not coming.
It'll blow over.
This is going to be 1,000 times bigger than the internet.
Well, China just released the T800.
Yeah.
We were speaking about this last week. I think I brought up the fact that our police will be robots. Well, in China, it's already happening.
They reckon that Skynet has been authorized. It's happening because, and as well, this morning Claude released its latest AI which is called Mythos. They held this AI because its specialty is breaking into systems.
Mythos.
Sounds
like a Greek god.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So what Claude did, they actually went to the US government and said, hey, we're about to release this.
Yeah.
The military, the US government said, hold on, we need to give it to our top companies first to test this out. So it's been with Apple and all these big heavies.
I see.
Basically playing with it. They've been fixing all their own internal systems. So then this Mythos AI can't just come in and just break them,
Right.
So apparently this is going to be very good at breaking security protocols. That's what they reckon. So it got released last night. So let's
Interesting.
See let's see what.
And it got released to the big tech companies first.
About 6 or.
What? So they can integrate it into their systems and just.
Well, I think to plug their own holes.
I see. Because so they don't get found out.
Yeah,
I see.
Like, could you imagine if you wanted to try and hack Apple?
Yeah.
And you got Mythos and they haven't tested it?
Yeah. So they can build up their backup stuff and security, and makes sense.
It also keeps a lot of other people that are very vulnerable as well, because if you haven't got, the basic tech in terms of, two-step authentication, having a closed network system and all this sort of stuff, right? If you haven't got that, it also exposes you, right? So I think putting your head in the sand is not the right thing to do, especially with AI.
It's crazy because, like, recently I lost my physical license, right? And so before coming here, I actually went to Service New South Wales to go and get a physical license printed out, and they wouldn't believe who I was.
Looking too good?
I didn't have my passport with me, and I only had my credit card, and they were like, without any other, information, you aren't who you are.
But can't they see you? The picture?
I know, right? That's the thing. They've got my license there on file, and they can see my face. But unless you have physical evidence of who you aren't who you say you are. It's just a weird, it's just a thought that popped into my head. Isn't that fucking weird?
Now you can put your birth certificate on your Service New South Wales app as well.
Digital ID.
Digital ID.
Yeah.
So now you can have your license, your passport, and I'm sure you can Medicare as well.
Interesting you bring that up, because it's you're not really who you say you are, but then they bring out this digital ID and you can say who you are with that. Anyway, but it's really interesting, what's unfolding as we've been speaking about it now for probably close to 6 months.
Well, it's moving very fast in terms of the AI stuff.
Yeah.
People need to at least be aware of what's going on.
For sure.
And if you're a small business, like we've said this before, you need to use it to your advantage. Get ahead of the curve. Don't be behind it. Because otherwise you're going to get eaten up.
Yeah.
What
do you think happens with the Iran war now? Obviously the helicopter's been shot down. Trump's retaliating, I think, right now as we're speaking. Where do you think it goes next?
Look, I have no idea what's going on over there. I think there are a lot of smoke and mirrors. I think ultimately Iran does want a deal, so does Israel. But I do think that they're trying to keep the price of oil elevated on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I just saw as well, which was nuts to me seeing it yesterday, Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un met with President Xi. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
So China went to North Korea.
Really?
Yeah, this happened yesterday.
When the fuck? When did that happen?
Yesterday.
I didn't see that.
And I was like, man, now obviously China's trying to get more aligned with North Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which I thought was...
When was the last time Xi went to North Korea?
I don't even know.
Has he even been there before?
I'm not sure. But you can see all the big heavy chess pieces getting moved, right? You had Russia going to China, had the US going to China. China now went to North Korea. The big
dogs.
Right? The big dogs are moving. Everyone's getting their chessboards ready with what's happening next.
Well, the other thing that not many people are talking about either is the Strait of Gibraltar or something like that. I don't know how to say it. But there's another strait sort of directly under the Strait of Hormuz, or just to the side of it. And it actually has 15% of the world's shipping trade and oil through there. And Iran have effectively shut that down.
Okay.
So now we've got 35% of the world's oil being stopped.
Well, if you, I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of people in the financial space, they all reckon that oil is going to go back up to $150. They think it's just temporary, what's going on. They think the ceasefire was all smoke and mirrors. Obviously, everybody is playing the markets, people are making money. But ultimately, they think that the conflict is going to go on for a bit longer.
I'm so glad you said that, because I just bought oil yesterday. Yeah.
And it could be the way that Trump is also trying to control the markets as well. It's if the markets go up in terms of oil, it goes up, and there's a peace deal in, say, September or October, just before midterms, it's going to make him look really good. So I think ultimately that's where he's trying to play politically as well. The midterms are a focus for him. So I think, what he does, he's very... people think he doesn't know what he's doing, he's chaotic, and he's just a man of chaos. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
You don't become the president of the US and go through all the processes you have to get there, plus all the things that you're doing now, without having, some sort of a plan.
Oh, look, there's a plan. There's probably a few plans, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's not just one plan. There's probably 5 plans.
Yeah.
And they kind of just pick and choose which one, would work the best at the time. So it kind of keeps us guessing, doesn't it? We don't entirely know what's going to happen. But the World Cup is coming up, and I bring this up because with the stuff that's happening after sporting events right now, man, it's insane. Like the Knicks game and the Spurs game. What happened after? Yeah, Trump was there, and like what happened afterwards in New York was just fucking ridiculous. Like Knicks fans were out on the street, like bashing Spurs fans and like getting them to rip their shirts off, their jerseys off, and they were just like.
Who actually won the game? So
the Spurs won. So it's 2-1 in the series.
Okay.
It's a 7-series final. So. And then you got the World Cup starting, when does it start? I think it starts this week.
Oh, this week,
I think tomorrow.
On Friday. Saturday morning,
yeah. Yeah, Saturday morning. So yeah, like, and obviously there's the stuff with the Iranian team over there, and like apparently a bunch of the Iranian fans have been rejected, like their tickets got taken off them. Mm-hmm. So like you can just see that like these things are being done.
Well, I don't even know why Trump was at the thing yesterday. Like it's not the
fun. Really strange.
Like to me,
he's a Knicks fan.
Okay.
He's a Knicks fan, but a president's never been to a game, like a final.
Yeah. Like I would have, if it was like the final, like the last one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a World Cup final or something like that.
It was interesting, hey.
He was there, and I was like, man, like you're there. Like what's going on? Like I know the New York mayor was there.
Yeah.
But
you can kind of understand that.
Yeah, he has to be there. You know, but yeah, when I saw that, I was like, man, why is Trump there?
Then there's the UFC as well at the White House, which is getting so much attention.
Yeah. Did you see the way they built it? It looks crazy, like the way they've done it.
Dude, it looks so dystopian.
Yeah.
It looks fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
It is.
It's like the Roman Colosseum days. It's bringing those vibes back. Like,
I can't believe he actually did it
in front of the White House.
I can't believe
if someone said that to you like maybe a year ago or longer, like there's going to be a fight in the front yard or the backyard of the White House, you'd be like, no way.
No way. No.
What do you mean?
It's like when I saw it,
like fuck. Politically, like it's just insane.
Look, I don't think he should have done it, to be honest.
No way. And he's using the taxpayers' money.
Is it? Well, yeah, I heard that the UFC is paying for it all.
No. The fucking government is.
Oh, fuck.
They've used the government money.
Yeah, like I think when it comes to politics, I think sport should be involved.
Sport should be separate, and it's not anymore.
You know, it's like, yeah, you know, if the president wants to go to a fight or to a game, whatever, go. You know, you can do that, but the White House should be non-political, right? Like it's the centre.
Yeah, the White House is...
So yeah, I don't
it's not the White House anymore. You got the fucking golden ballroom being built.
Yeah.
And then you got fights happening in the backyard. It's like backyard street fighting in the White House. What do you mean? Yeah. It's fucking crazy. It's insane.
But that's just the way, you know, American politics is. It's like, it's so nuts.
Yeah, it's always been nuts, but this is another level.
Yeah, but you saw last year with Joe Biden, or 2 years ago, he couldn't even speak, and they were saying how good he was. And I don't know if you remember watching the debate. And like, man, he was on another planet.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is this even possible?
Yeah, I know. I know. But that's one thing. But then having fights is another. Trump's falling asleep.
Yeah. I saw him fall asleep.
He's getting old, man. He's like 79 or 80 years old.
Yeah, like he's 80, man. Like, and he doesn't turn off.
No.
You know, and I think
he's eating too much McDonald's.
I think, you know, politics here as well, like the Prime Minister, for example, you shouldn't have a holiday. You should be working the whole time. You're only there for 3 years.
Yeah.
You have no breaks. You're the leader of the country.
Yeah.
ScoMo fucked up.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah. ScoMo fucked up a few years ago when he left.
Yeah.
I think Albo also has been just flying around. It's like, man, you're not allowed to have holidays.
Spend a lot of money on travel.
You know? But
yeah, interesting times, man.
So yeah, interesting times. Let's see what happens. I think the stock market got crushed a bit on Monday.
Yeah.
Just because they reckon the AI demand is not as big as what they think it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the opposite. I think it's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm off to NZ tomorrow.
Good luck.
See you in a week. Kia ora, bro.
Is that a see, bro?
We'll see you next time.
Done. See you next time.
Ciao.